Hello and welcome to my posting. I am selling my family's Georgetown by Forest River. It's a GT3 31B3. So the 31 denotes the length. It's 31 feet. I think it's like 3111, so just under 32 feet. And then the B denotes that it's a bunk model. So there's bunks in the middle that I'll show you guys in a little bit. Right now, as you can see, I have the awning out. It's an electric awning that basically just push a button and goes in and out. It's also got self-leveling, so if there's a rainfall or anything, it'll actually kind of level itself down and make sure that the rain can drain. I thought that was a pretty cool feature the first time I realized that. One of the things that sold us with this is the outdoor TV. As you can see, it's got a fully encased, so it basically just stays outside always. This just flips up. It's got a double lock. I have it up to show you guys. There's also two speakers. You can play your cell phones, Bluetooth, and then any movie or anything on TV that you have broadcasting. Those two speakers I actually replaced this summer. Those are not the stock ones. Those are brand new. As you can see below, there is a bunch of compartments. You can kind of go through those. This first one is going to be hydraulics. The second one, and I don't think I have anything locked. I have a few of them locked, but the second one is just storage. So you can see there's an AC outlet, and then there's actually space all the way underneath. And then there's these things right here allow you to plug in whatever you want that doesn't want to get wet. Open that up, and then you can drop the cord below. Let me get this open real quick. Sorry, I thought I unlocked them. There we go. Okay. So the hydraulics are what this compartment is for. There's 4 right there, basically, that will self-level. There's a button inside that you hit and it automatically levels itself. It is amazing. Another feature that sold this place for me. I grew up with other campers like pull behinds and having to level them constantly, so this is just awesome feature. Here's a battery bank. There's 2 batteries, 2 like car batteries. One of them I just recently replaced this summer as well. Okay, and then this is just a compartment for access to like the water heater, which is right next to that. Here's another storage. This is kind of a cool feature. It is a propane tap for grilling. So you can actually plug in your grill directly to here and use this thing's 80-pound propane tank, which is a lot. It's huge. Okay, this is my favorite storage compartment. It is just a wide area. When we use this, we had my daughter's bikes in here, and we had a full like mini pool, and there's tons of storage space in here. Definitely a cool feature of this. The back has a hitch. Right now we have installed our luggage rack. We just installed that. It's basically just adds more storage. I wanted a little bit more stuff just outside, since we have just a bunch of stuff that we're hauling back and forth. So that was our solution. It's definitely been nice. Okay, so this is a single slide out. It's 120-foot slide out. Less stuff to break, which is nice. The rollout top, the awning part on the slide out, that was replaced earlier this summer. Then the back is going to have where the electrical goes, the back compartment here. The next one in is going to be like the sewer and the water and stuff like that. Then there's another storage. Then you have the generator, which is a 4,000 watt generator, and that'll obviously work with the single air conditioner, not a problem. Another storage, and then you have the propane tank, which is a big 80-gallon tank. On the sides here, you can see There are, on both sides, there are side view cameras, and then there's a review camera as well. So when you're driving, when you hit the blinkers, the side view cameras actually pop on, and they give you a view of kind of your blind spots. So another feature that I really wanted when I was buying this, because I just wanted to, since I was going to be driving it, I wanted to make sure that I wasn't hitting anyone on the roads. A little bit nervous about that, but that really kind of helped alleviate any concerns I had. The steps, as you can see, they retract in and out. I also replaced these. I don't know how long the motors last for, but the one I got it was just kind of dragging, so I just got brand new steps. There's also a light down here, which lights up at night, so you can actually see the steps. That's not super common in RVs. I've been told that that's kind of a cool bonus feature from some of my family who goes RVing a lot. You can leave the steps out too when you're when you're here, when you're about and about. Another feature right down here. So here's the panel for the awning. Right here, this is a battery disconnect. So when you store it, hit that, and then your batteries won't drain throughout the winter. Entrance steps, you hit this, and then it'll stay out when the door's closed. I've got young kids, so that allows them to actually reach the door. And then when you're traveling and stuff, you obviously put that. And actually, I just found out today, when you turn the car on, it automatically retracts. You don't really have to worry about it. And then there's actually an awning light. So above the awning, you can see there's an LED strip. Single color, but it provides a pretty cool glow at night when you're sitting by the campfire. Just something doesn't attract too many bugs and gives you enough view of everything. Okay, so here's the inside. So you can see here, this pops down and comes up, so there's an extra counter space. You have the sink, the double sink, the kind of the control panel, I guess you want to call it. Here's the air conditioner, as well as the heater. There is a remote, so you can do this in bed or whatever. If you're cold at night, just bring it back. There's a feature here called dry, which is first time I'd ever seen it, so I did do a little research. Basically, it's like a dehumidifier. One of the problems if you plan on staying in RV for extended times, or extended amount of time, is there's you get a lot of moisture buildup in there. It just kind of feels moist and wet, and so you get the dry feature to actually suck out some of that moisture. Some other cool features, you can see all your levels. So there's gray, there's black, freshwater, battery, the liquid propane, I think. Not 100% sure on that. The water heater, just hit this button and it's on. Water pump, same thing. It'll just take a little bit to load, and then you're good. The Arctic pack, so this makes it so the belly is kind of heated up throughout. And so if you're camping up in Flagstaff or anywhere, and it starts getting cool, like into the 30s at night, you want to flip that on just to make sure that that your internals don't freeze. So it's a really, really cool feature. Not a lot of RVs that I know have that. And then of course the room slide out. It's just in and out. Just hit a button and it comes in and goes out. Okay. I had that looked at earlier this year too, just to make sure everything is good. Had it all like oiled up and stuff, and so it's running. Okay. The couch has, as you can see, there's 2 seat buckles, and then there's also 2 recliners. That was another feature that I thought was pretty cool, because when you look straight across from the couch, you have a 42-inch TV that you have plugged into either from that back access where the electricity is. You can plug in cable, and everything is wired for cable or for satellite, or there's an antenna that you can pull out. And we're kind of in the middle of nowhere right now, so I don't really have any shows to show you, but it does work. We had it running when we were kind of in Queen Creek at our house. And then there's also in front here, this is not just a radio, it's also a DVD player, and this is where the music will come out. So you can see here there's like kind of sections. You have the outside, so this will work on the outside speakers. If you don't want it on those, you just turn it off. If you want them in the cockpit, turn on the cockpit and you can hear it up here. Otherwise, here's the living room. So that would be if you watch a movie out here, what you put in up here, just watch a movie on this one, you turn this on, and then you can watch it in here. If you want to watch it outside, you hit that, and then the speaker's being out there. Next to that's the generator. This is how you turn the generator on. Just hold it down. I have it plugged in right now, so I'm not going to turn it on. But it does work. I've never had issues with it turning on. It's only got 70 hours on it, which is very low. So here's kind of the front cockpit area for the pilot's seat, whatever you want to call it, captain's chair. There's LED lights, fog lights. I've used most of them. I tried using this and I didn't really know what it does. I don't really think it does much when I was driving like kind of in the middle of the night, and it just didn't really turn anything on. So I don't know what it does, but it's not really super effective, I guess. But the lights themselves work, you know, the brights and the lows, just for the actual car, then part of themselves. The leveling stuff that I talked about earlier is right here. Basically, you just kind of turn it on. Oh, sorry, the car has to be on first, so it's not going to turn on. But yeah, you turn it on, and then you hit auto, and then it basically just kind of does its own thing. When you're ready to go, you hit retract all jacks. Or if you want to manually do it, you just hit this, and then you kind of hit the buttons, and it'll send the stuff out by itself. The shades on the side are these kind of manually pull down. And then this front shade is automatic. Very cool feature. So it's very easy to kind of go into camping mode. I mean, basically you put the shades down. If you want to pull the slide out, you can. We've slept in it with the slide out in, and you're good. You can throw the generator on, plug it in. So as you can see here, these rotate. They lock in position when you're driving forward. And then you have a table that's removable as well. This comes out. Some more storage up here. Just a bunch of stuff from our journey. The lights, a lot of them are connected to these switches here. Makes it easy to just kind of flip one switch. The table turns into a bed, and then it's also got seatbelts here. Does not have seatbelts here. There's apparently a law of some sort that makes it so you can't sit here while people are driving, but it does have seatbelts here, and it has seatbelts here, and then you got these seatbelts here. So you also have storage underneath these, and then you have storage up here, and then you have storage here, here, above the sink, below the sink. There's storage for like silverware and garbage. You got a big pantry. It was just like open, so we kind of put these boards in. You can paint them or whatever you want, but just wanted a practical solution, and that's what we got. So it's got a bunch of storage for the pantry. A feature that I had installed earlier this summer was this right here. Whenever we were driving, this would pop out because it had like Velcro on the sides, but it's just so heavy when you fill up this pantry with stuff that it would just always pop out. And so I guess that's a pretty common issue with them, just stock. So you just have to have something type of a solution, and that was our easy fix. Just makes it a little bit safer when you have kids. Don't have to worry about it hitting them in the heads. But as you can see, there's more counter space here. Here, this provides space, and then this flips up, of course, to actually cook. You got a full microwave, a full oven. You have storage, not a full-sized fridge, but definitely a bigger fridge than some of the fridges you'll get from our RVs. And we have it working. It's got auto, so it'll work off electric and gas. Okay, let's go into the bunk area. So this is probably why you're here. This is why I bought this. I've got a family. I wanted a place for my kids to be able to sleep and kind of call their own, just for their own rooms. Turn that off. Sorry about that. And this was kind of the solution. So this one, I like the thickness of these. Some of them are just kind of weak, and then just the size. I mean, you could fit a full-size adult in here. Very long. Some of them are very skinny, and then these are just good and open. And then of course each of them has a TV, and the TVs have DVD players built in. So you can watch movies. Your kids can watch movies while you're driving. We've used them quite a bit. There's drawers beneath. And then, of course, each person has their own curtains. There probably was originally a ladder. We ended up just buying this Gorilla ladder to use for our daughter to get up and down. I'm not sure where the ladder went, the bunk ladder, but the Gorilla ladders work for us. Okay, let's go to the bathroom. Another one of the features I really liked about this was just the size of the bathroom. It's open, and you got space to use the commode and to shower and to change when you kind of need that privacy. So it's got a very, full-size shower. You can stand in it, and it's tall. Uses up the whole height. You're not having to scrunch down if you're a taller guy. And then yeah, you got the storage up here, the sink, and then this is kind of like, I don't know if you'd call it like Jack and Jill, but basically this goes into the master, and when the RV is driving, everything is in, right? The outside is in. So here basically this goes in all the way, and so you can't get through here, you go through this way. But when it's open, of course, you can go through this way. And then you have the nice wardrobe with plenty of storage for a bunch of clothes. And you got big drawers down here, down there, and there, and then even behind here there's storage. This has a mirror, which I've seen other RVs of this model. It doesn't come standard with that. That was I guess installed by the last owners. And then you kind of have the headboard, and then the bed. There's two cubbies, so you can kind of put your cell phones and stuff at night, and then as well as a plug-in on each side, so you can charge your cell phones. And then more storage up here, so you have more storage. There's skylights. There's vented. It's all vented, the air conditioning, so you don't have to worry about closing your doors and dying of the heat or anything. Everything will kind of make it through the whole price of the whole place. You have the speakers, like the surround speakers on the ceiling as well. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I guess if you have any other questions, please call me or text me. I mean, this unit has been just kind of, it's been an amazing journey to have this for us. And I guess a little background on it is we bought it earlier this year. Actually, we've only had it for a few months. But what we did was kind of when coronavirus started coming, we were like, well, we kind of want to get out of Arizona. So we bought this, and then we drove up to my parents' cabin in northern Minnesota. So we drove it about 1,600 miles, and then we basically had it up here. We've been living in the cabin, but we've been this has just kind of been here, and we're gonna drive it back, and we just kind of tried to balance the budget and everything. Is it worth it to keep it for us until next summer or not? And we just can't make the numbers work. So that's why we're selling it. But I mean, this thing is in my mind, one of the best units out there for a family. It's got everything you need, and then some. All the TVs. I forgot. I don't know if I mentioned that there's another TV there. So it's got 5 TVs, and it's just been a great unit for us. I should note, so one of the things we did was this bed is actually a queen mattress from our house. So it's RV beds are shorter. We wanted a little bit longer one, so we use this. And so the bed that you'll be getting with it is just the one that it came with. It's not quite this long, so there's actually more space in here, I guess is what I'm getting at. This looks tight, but it's actually less tight. It's just there's a bigger mattress in there. So yeah, please send a comment if you have any questions. Reach out to me through email. My email is travis@homebreak@gmail.com, and I look forward to speaking with you guys. Thank you.